Let's open this with a prayer. Let's open this with a prayer. Dear whoever wrote this. Dear whoever wrote Terezi. One second. This is unprecedented. I don't usually do this. Dear Sarah Zedig. Yes. Please let this be good. Please let this be good. Please let this be good? Please let this be good? Please? Who wrote Equius? Hold on. We got... Oh, Lalo! Fucking Lalo wrote Equius? Holy shit. That ought to be interesting. Alright, we're going. Welcome in-game HUD. Welcome YouTube. If you're watching this later on, welcome to Reppy Pipes. Let's do it. Who's first? It's gonna be Terezi. Holy shit, it's not Terezi. Oh my god. Alright, let's read the warnings for good old Equius. Volume 7, Route 1. Oh yeah, I guess it is Volume 6. Volume 6. Whatever. Whatever, I'll go back and rename them. Who the fuck cares? Self-harm. Jesus, self-harm. Blood. Okay. There you go. Now that we've got that out of the way. Self-harm. Jesus. Okay. Fear. Big fear. Ah, it's loud. Hold on. I gotta crank down the volume. This is gonna be another two characters that kill my voice, by the way. Just a warning. It's a clear, cool night. You're wandering around trying to decide whose hive you should crash at before the sun comes up. It's nice, having so many options for places to stay. You've cultivated a decent community for yourself, and there's an ember of pride in your belly about it. Still, you find yourself feeling a little aimless. The last couple of friends you made were pretty intense. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but you're vibing, hey, vibe check, at a chiller frequency right now. There's still a while until it gets dangerously light out, so you sort of pop around, seeing what feels right. I'll put money down on a boomer joke in one of these. It's kind of fun to test out the boundaries of your powers. You've used it to find friends, but you're really not sure how far it goes. You think tree, and you don't know how your magic brain decided which one to choose. But fuck if you weren't sitting on an extremely high branch on a second later. Try it again, with whatever concept comes to mind. Try it again. Oh, fuck. Garden. Boulder. Try it again, with whatever concept comes to mind. Garden. Cave. Mall. It all works. Yeah, I wonder why these are all coming to mind. You don't remember having... It's not burnt down, so that's... Canonically, Daria waited for us. You don't remember ever having been to any of the specific places, but you feel a strange prickly affinity for each of them each time your feet touch the ground. Those are all pretty generic locational nouns, though. You wonder if it works for things that are more abstract. Quickly, before you can talk yourself out of the naivete of it, you think home. It still takes you a minute to open your eyes, even after you feel your guts all back in the right place. Because what if you wake up in a room that feels like yours? Or worse, and infinitely more likely, what if you don't? You breathe in deep and immediately cough wretchedly. Oh shit! You open your watery eyes, clinging to hope that maybe you've come from a land of dusty comforts, where you always just breathe in layers of dust and it's fine. It's not fine. You've landed inside one of the spindliest, most precarious hunks of metal that has ever been bolted into the side of a cliff. Looks like some ancient outpost. Not homey at all. Well, I mean, it's homey to us. In a past life. Of course, that wouldn't work. It was stupid to try. Defeat is bitter in your mouth. There's a twisty part of you that wants to curl up on a particular piece of floor and take a nap. You can't work out how much that urge is just you wanting to give in, so in that case, you don't surrender to it. So just in case you don't surrender to it. Maybe you'll come back another time and sift through all the shit on the shelves. Well, if you did that, maybe you'd remember, but for now, you're not sure how structurally sound this thing is, and you can't take any more disappointment. This place still exists after like 400 years? So you try one more time to pop somewhere you haven't been before. What was that one guy's name that Gamzee mentioned? Oh yeah, Equius. Maybe he's chill. He's not. You think his name and zap away, imagining yourself leaving an edgy, despondent swirl of dust in your wake. Okay, alright, he's already not... I know this music. I know this one. Your magical zap calibration maybe isn't as off as you thought, because you pop in on Equius as close as it is possible to get to the dude without landing directly on top of him. The astonishing unchillness of the situation is imminently apparent. He's mid-jump, mid-yell, mid-sweat, initially beefy arm down towards you. You freeze frame like an anime protagonist analyzing their choices mid-battle. In your drawn-out split second of observational window, you realize he's not aiming at you, but in the direction of whatever noisy, whirring thing you happen to plop down in front of. Fuck? As soon as he sees you, his eyebrows shoot up above his busted-ass sunglasses, and his yell strangles itself into panic. His arm shudders as though he's been trying and failing to alter its glorious faceward trajectory. Maybe this will be it, guys. Maybe this will be the Pesterquest volume to actually make me like Equius. My patron troll. Maybe. Maybe. You really do not want to get your face punched off your head, so you scream and zap just outside the high arched door at the far end of the room. Jesus, never mind, I take it all back. You hear a deep and meaty thunk followed by a groan, and then a sharp metallic crunch. The whirring stops. Oh my god, is he dead? Is the other thing dead? Should you go check on him? You skitter away from the door and then back to it, unsure what to do. Was that? No, it can't have been. Hello? Show yourself this instant. Ah, fuck. He does not sound happy. His words are a little garbled, too. Like some teeth just got knocked out by whoever's ass he was just kicking. Yeah, you forgot about his voice, huh? You weigh your options. Alright, guys, what am I going for? Okay, you know what? I don't know why I'm even bothering asking you fuckers. I know what you're gonna say. We're gonna be brave. Oh no, oh man. You know the Gamzee seal of approval is maybe not the most credible, but this guy might be an okay dude. And if it would definitely be your fault if he was hurting there, you should at least check on him. Explain or something. You can zap away if it comes down to it. You do the polite thing this time and knock. He opens the door fast, like he was just in the other side of it. You both jump. He collects himself and glares at you, arms crossed against his heaving chest. Rivulets of blood and sweat run together in a pool and a divot above his weird alien clavicle, and a low, menacing sound rumbles through him. You can feel it in your teeth. Holy shit, he's terrifying. Explain yourself immediately. You think you might shit your pants on the spot, but he gives you a quick up and down and rearranges his expression into a sort of forced smile. It doesn't really feel any more welcoming, what with the blood dripping down his chin. There's that beeping. The song is good. But the fact that he's trying is maybe a good sign? You know who's gonna be in this, right? Like, you know who he's defo gonna talk to. He's gotta talk to her at least once! Come on. You hold in your fear shit just in case. Or, perhaps, come in, take a seat. He steps aside to beckon you through the door, then sort of freezes. Unless you should be the one instructing me, in which case it would behoove you to make that promptly apparent. I cannot work out how exactly to address you when you don't wear a caste symbol, and you look like that. Which I am either very sorry for or quite cross about, depending on where the truth lies. Either way, I'm beginning to perspire about it. So, out with it right now. Man, he's really struggling. The anger you felt radiating off him before is still there, but that doesn't seem to be all of what's driving him. It's like there are two competing forces inside him. One that wants to yell at you and one that wants to get yelled at by you. You might conceptualize these forces as fierce animals, warring in a glorious and unwavering balance. Horses, perhaps? Anyway, you'll workshop that metaphor later. You tell him you know you look weird, but you promise you're cool. You know a friend of his. At the mention of Gamzee, the corner of his lip curls up into something complicated, and you change course real fast just in case. And Karkat! Does he know Karkat? What a guy. He eyes you warily, or you think he probably does. With his eyes hidden behind his shades, you can't be sure, but he's being very still. Sweat and blood are still just fucking running down his face. He's not even acknowledging it. You laugh nervously. You both continue to stand there, waiting for the other to make a move. It would be super helpful if someone was assertive around here. Thank you for the follow. Holy shit, it's Arthur! Luckily, some kind of cow centaur man, his Lucis, you assume, breaks the awkward doorway stalemate by silently trotting up and handing Equius a desperately needed towel. He then offers you both some frosty glasses of milk. Something deep inside you feels a swell of warm recognition for this ritualistic moment of a friend's parent bringing you snacks. Holy shit, that scared me. It's just Arthur, dude. It's just Arthur, dude. It's our friendly butler. So you down that thick shit in one go. The Lucis mustache flutters in appreciation, and after a nod between him and Equius, he leaves as quietly as he came. I see you're an aficionado of the sweetest of nectars. What is this sprite? I don't like it. This speaks to the likelihood of your nobility, which is reassuring. I may be able to overlook the circumstances of our meeting then. If you can provide strong evidence, of course. Tell me, are you a hoofbeast art enthusiast? He beckons you inside the room, and as you follow, you tell him you're not really sure what that means, but probably you're a fan of a lot of... Oh. Haha, wow, okay, so that's what he means. Cool, yeah. You know, whatever. You feel like you learned once that anything can be art if it feels right. So art can definitely be the, well-muscled horsemen on the walls in this here living space. Remember when we met fucking Ramel? And she was like, I'm writing a webcomic. And it's like, oh, are you? Equius rumbles in agreement and gestures towards the chair. It's one of those cool red and black gamer-themed chairs with the gamers. Hey, gamers. We live in a society. That's an old one. That's bringing it back. There's a lot of that kind of decorating motif in here, which is a little at odds with the high ceilings and engraved doorways and general blue blood old money architecture. Gamers. Oh, yeah. And there's a lot of broken bows and robot parts all over the goddamn fucking place. Rise up, gamers. Not in neat little stacks or connected to other robot parts to create whole robots. Just an absolute wasteland of obliterated robo-corpses, like they all were torn limb from limb and then just scooted off toward the wall. A fair few of them are spattered in blood, too. Dried. It almost looks black, but the fresh stuff on the fists But the fresh stuff on the fists of the one in pieces at your feet is bright indigo. On the one hand, it is absolutely a relief to see that it's all metal and not flesh body parts scattering the floor, but also it's still, you know, not fucked up looking. What is this, perp? Ah, I see. Yeah, that's me right now. Your smile probably has too many teeth in it to seem normal, but Equius returns it and leans. She probably thinks this casually against the edge of his desk. It creaks under his weight. Jesus, he could just end you in half a second, couldn't he? You claim we have mutual acquaintances. So demonstrate it. By the way, artists in the chat. Artists in the chat. Draw some fucking chubby Terezi. I want to see some chubby Terezi art for this shit, man. I gotta see it, man. I gotta see that shit. We gotta have that shit. I didn't talk enough about that. We got some good chubby Terezi. Fucking, we were like People who have been on this stream forever were like, you guys know about Chubby Pfeff. But, like, now we got Chubby Terezi, okay? Fucking nuts. He nods toward the screen of his desktop, where he has Trollian open. Oh, fuck. Okay, you guess you can just click on someone and ask them to prove it? He seems to know both Karkat and Gamzee. And between the two, you know who's most likely to be online and ready to pester and be pestered at all times. So you check his screen name and start typing. Hey, Karkat. I hope you're having a good day. I just have a quick favor to ask you. Wait, what? Oh, also, I miss you. What the fuck? What happened to you? What's your horrifying quirk? How am I supposed to saddle up for some truly nauseating conversation if I don't have a not veiled at all bulge reference greeting me at the beginning of every one of your excruciating messages? Are you sick? Like, in a new way? Oh, right, Jesus. You're logged in as Equius. Your fool ass just started typing like you had your own account for some reason. You blame it on the nerves and get clarifying. Ha! Oh, sorry. This is your new friend. After I dropped you off yesterday. This is the first time, like, MSPA has read. Like, MSPA's, like, talked. And not just narrated himself. That's weird. It's weird to see. Ha! Sorry. This is your new friend. After I dropped you off yesterday, I wandered around for a while. Now I'm hanging out with Equius. I'm using his computer. Oh. My pusher almost fucking gave up on the spot. I don't think he trusts me. Can you vouch for me? Hold on. Let me just bask in the concept of the two of you hanging out. This is a mental masterpiece. A tableau of awkward fucking splendor. I legitimately do not even know what sort of short-circuiting must be happening in his brain to try and make sense of you. Please don't tell me a single fucking thing about it later. Okay, I'm done now. Is he watching? Equius leans over his shoulder and tucks his hair behind his ear so it doesn't get in the way of his typing. It's a bow and arrow. Any resemblance otherwise is a pleasant coincidence. And yes, I'm watching. Okay, whatever. Listen up, you milk-log chum squelcher. This little guy right here, the one you're probably dripping sweat all over, that's one of the realest friends you will ever hope to make. Sure, they'll send your life careening horrendously off course, but it will absolutely be worth it for the level of dedication they bring to the table. Don't even bother with the blood color horse shit with this one, since they're the only one of their species. Just roll with it for once in your wretched life. Don't fuck this one up, Sahak. They're an abomination, and they wouldn't know what a boundary was if it took up residence in their grease chute, but you two have those things in common, so in this case, that's a good thing. That was like the nicest thing Karkat's ever said about another human being. Jesus. Kind of taken aback by that. Equius inhales sharply, and you wonder what Karkat meant by that. I got more fucking nerds. Hold on. I'm eating nerds. Hold on. Go fucking stream. Yeah, I was watching Pesterquest today. Oh, cool. Who'd you watch play it? Did you watch Kate? No. Well, who'd you watch? I watched the guy that put a whole box of nerds in his mouth. And then he crunched it on stream. Oh. Ryan. Yeah. Ryan. Equius inhales sharply. And you wonder what Karkat meant by that. About Equius, you mean? Sure, you're an inexplicable being. Neither Earthling nor Alternian, but with weird, itchy memories about having lived on both planets. But it doesn't seem to be out of the normal range of fucked up, considering troll standards. Nerds are good. In fact, how about this? That is sufficient. Goodbye. He minimizes the window and steps back, somehow sweatier than he was before. He taps the towel gingerly to his forehead. So, we have now been properly introduced. Okay then. You definitely thought he was going to be more thorough than that. He does seem a little shaken up, so maybe you should be thankful the conversation got cut short before he could really dig too deep into your lore and get judgmental about it. I do not know the standard method of communication with your species. You will take the lead here, and it will surely become clear how I should proceed. Yes, that sounds extremely feasible. You will begin now with the friendship process. I command it. Let's get a look at this buff boy. Damn, son. That's the most... I met the most ripped 13-year-old ever today. Oh, sure. You got this. How exactly do you got this? Oh, fuck. What am I going for, guys? Anyone with a real answer? I see 1 for first. I see 1 for death. I see 1 for powers, 1 for cool powers. 1 for freak. Second one. Death, 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 death. Okay. There's a lot of people saying death. Alright, I'm seeing a lot for the powers. Show off your cool powers. We'll see if this is the good ending or the bad ending. Great, you can do that. Making friendship happen is like the one skill you actually have. From what you recall, you have a 100% success rate at it too. So this budding rapport is safe in your hands. Excellent. Phew. You were only sure you'd be down for this. It really seemed like he might be coming to kill you when you heard him stomping toward the door earlier. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna put money down on this being the death ending, by the way. Kill you? I would never. He cuts himself off, as though he didn't intend to admit he didn't have him in to murder you, and clears his throat. At first I thought you might be Arthur, my Lucis. Welcome back, Nox. It's ridiculous looking back, though you do share a sort of globular, painted resemblance. How did you come to entrangle yourself in my brawl, only to immediately escape? Are you abnormally fast? I admit that particular method of being strong had not occurred to me, but I'm intrigued. I, too, like to test the limits of physical capability. Oh, the fuck was that noise? I think the wind outside my window is fucking banging, man. Huh, horse. Huh, Colonel, there's a horse. Oh no, you can just zap places. It's kind of a strength, maybe. If you want to define a superpower that way, you show it off a bit, since you know Equius likes demonstrations. You tell him all about how you have to think about a place or person you want to visit and pop. Dolphin. I forgot about dolphin. You bop to the top on a pile... Okay. Okay, alright. We need to take a step back. Bop to the top. You know. Something, something, fight that rhythm. Bop, 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 bop to the top. Strut your stuff. High School Musical, guys. Top of a pile of robot parts. Then back in front of him on the floor. It's like that, except anywhere. I see. That is exceptional. He just sort of starts quaking gently where he stands. He rubs his neck with his towel, but he's not really even sweating any more than he had been already. It's as though, in his excitement, he forgot to sweat and just dabbed by force of habit? Is that a thing? Why are you even noticing this shit? Is it possible to bring along a pillion rider? Well, like, zap a buddy with you? In answer, you extend an elbow for him to grab. His whole body is vibrating by this point. He reaches his hand out, but stops just before he touches you. Like you might shock him. Okay. Cosmic, I have to read that. Maybe, I don't think it's gonna be Nep. Don't get your hopes up, guys. Hold on, I have to read Cosmic's message. Huh. Arthur, I keep trying to drink my glass of milk, but my strength is too dummy thick, and the grasp of my hand keeps breaking the glass. There you go. It's okay. It won't hurt, you say. His fingers twitch just above your elbow, and his mouth purses in distrust. You're not sure exactly what he's worried about, since you're extremely undangerous. But you let him have a moment to work out whatever he's nervous about. There's two choices here. There's two choices of where we're going. 1, Nepeta, the best result. Or 2, Aradia, the worst result. Because Aradia fucking hates Equius. And I hate Equius for Aradia. He takes a steadying breath. It's a little unsettling to see his face relax, even briefly. Look at that face! Into soft, calm lines. Flipped palm up, his hand slowly cradles your forearm from below. He nods, a sharp, determined movement. It starts telling you what to do again. You will take me with you. Her name is... Oh, fuck! And there goes the chat. Everyone punch him! Everyone punch him! Punch him! Fucking do it. We need those pogs. Pog in chat. Her name is Nepeta. Do you require any other information, or will that be sufficient? I like how Resident... Zilly accidentally went into Resident Sleeper. That ought to do it. You haven't heard of her, you don't think, but you feel an immediate surge of excitement about this little jaunt. It's probably mostly just the friendship thirst talking, but you can't help feel like this is a connection that's supposed to be made in Resident Sleeper. Resident Sleeper is probably my second favorite emote. I love Resident Sleeper. Also, Resident Sleeper just sounds like a fucking sleeper agent code. My two favorite emotes, Resident Sleeper and PogChamp. It's probably mostly just the friendship thirst talking, but you can't help but feel like this is a connection that is supposed to be made. Like it's something that matters. They don't have a sprite, I wouldn't think. Oh no. The pleasant little cosmic slip and slide feeling like you zapped around is jolted, like you got yanked off the ride with a fish hook to your guts. You land back exactly where you started. That did not work. Did you mislead me? No, this should work. You're not even high this time. As impressive as the strength of your power is, perhaps you need to apply more attention to the more intricate details involved. She's an olive blood, very short, shamefully unkempt. This information will help. You hope so. He is starting to look... Well, if that's true, if she's very unkempt, I want to see a very short, very, very feral Nepeta. Please. You hope so. He's starting to look pretty tense, even with the fond lilt in his voice as he talks about his messy friend. Aw. You give it another whirl, and then you feel it. That same weighty glare on the back of your neck telling you you don't belong. Whoa! Fuck, you get zap-locked again. Are we purposefully not meeting any of the... Is the whole thing about us not meeting any fucking Durst trolls? Is that... Huh. Because we haven't met any Durst trolls, have we? It's only been Prospect, right? Equius is Durst? Shit. Okay. Shit. Friend blocked. We're being friend blocked. Fuck, you got zap blocked again. You will try again. Each word is ground out one at a time between his clenched teeth. Blood trickles through his cracks and his bite and out of the corner of his lips. You really don't think it's gonna work, but Equius looks like he's a second away from losing his shit, so reluctantly you comply. Oh. Quit fucking trying to skip ahead. It's not gonna work. It's me. I know who it is. I know who's Gmod T-posing. It's me. I knew it. Hold on, guys. you... Here we go. It's me! It's me! I was him! I knew it! I fucking knew it! I can do that! That means it's me! Alright. It might be Dirk. That is Dirk's text, isn't it? As you hurtle through space-time toward Equius' floor, you start to wonder if this is just going to be what happens now when you try to make friends. You accept this truth into your heart as your face accepts the impending wood planks. Equius lands on his feet a little bit away from you, his hand balled into fists, bellowing with impotent rage. He's not even saying words, just unleashing an agonized guttural wail. He punches an already dead robot torso leaning against a bookshelf. In punctuation, he kicks its decapitated head, which explodes in a shower of bolts and sparks. As the dust clears, you see him dutifully wiping himself down with a towel, breathing hard. He seems to have worked his anger out, because he walks with purposeful grace, as though he learned it out of Cotillion. Oh, learned it in Cotillion. It sits to where you're still sort of laying on the floor. You're both silent for a beat. Equius tugs at a lock of his hair, anxiously wrapping it around his finger. His hands fall into his lap. I apologize for that display. The disappointment emotion is not my favorite. I feel better now, however. My Moira lives very far away, so our paths have never been able to cross. Whatever force is blocking us seems to wield significant narrative power, so I'll respect its whims as above mine in status. For now. You know, it happens. You're no stranger to the ups and downs of friendship. The trick is to know when to keep trying and when to fall back, no matter how futile it feels or how alone you are. Your morale is impressive, considering your circumstances. That's probably mostly a compliment? You're not really sure. Your circumstances definitely feel like they could be worse. You're very sure of yourself. How do you manage this when you're only one of your kind? Without a society to tell you how to act or feel? How do you know if you're living in the correct way? How do you know where you belong? Or if you belong? Fucking ouch. The desire to belong is a yawning wound in your guts, one that never seems to heal. You try not to let this rip too many stitches out of it. You won't live in a society. You never feel totally secure, you say. There's always fear, always doubt, always pain. But you find people in unlikely places. Make community when and where you can. Shit, you have belongings at what, like 8 people's houses by now? It's not the same as having your own spot, but it's definitely something. You started off as on the defensive, but you realize it's true. So really, you figure, you're still defining yourself by your relationships to other people, but that can come from a good place, not just a twisted and forced one. Good place, huh? You get wanting to know you're doing something right, unlocking your own mentality devised set of achievements for that sweet dopamine rush. But leaning on a fucked up social system for direction and validation doesn't really help him, and it definitely isn't helping many others. You don't need that to figure yourself out. His brow furrows, and you can almost hear a couple of the 4,672 rigid barriers in his brain creaking open. Is that a new Homestuck number? Is that divisible by 413? Is how much that's divisible by? Is that code for when the Homestuck 2 update will come out? Time to decode. It's not just other people, you think. You find strength. Oh, sorry. Strength. Is that right? In yourself, too. You've met a lot of people and learned a lot of ways to be, but you're still working on what that means for you. No, it's not right, but I appreciate the attempt. This type of understanding does not come easy to me, but I believe I'm following. Oh my god. November 31st, 2023! November 31st, 2023! Oh my god, everyone write that down! Everyone write that down! In my case, I've striven to locate and retool the edge of my own ability. Physical prowess is a relatively typical indigo trait, but I'm abnormally strong. I've worked to hone it in an attempt to make sense of myself and why I'm like this. Eleven 11:30. Everyone go tweet it. Everyone go tweet it to the fucking Pesterquest Twitter. Reining in an aberrant trait and defining myself by it. He gestures to the god-awful robot mess, then flexes his hand. The blood is coagulated since these two started talking. He stares at it. This way of thinking may not always be a good thing, however. Certain habits are difficult to break. Though there are loopholes in every rule, I often lose track of which regulations I actually enjoy following, and which I just do not know how to disregard. At least with this hobby, all the stakes are under control, with no chance of others getting hurt. Unless they haphazardly zap in between your fight looking for friendship, that is. His smile is as broken and rigid as it was the first time, but it feels different, backed by the rough warmth of his laugh. Yes, do not do that again. Next time you will zap to the front door and Arthur will let you in. Next time, you think. And you smile back. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that made me feel a little bit... The Pesterquest has made me feel a little bit better about some of the trolls I used to hate. That was pretty good. Oh no, that was the good end. Shit. Time for the bad ending. Hooray. Alright, let's check it out, shall we? You don't know. Equius looks super strong and even more pissed. You really, really do not want to be the next in line to get disemboweled. If friendship with this guy is really meant to be, maybe you can reconnect with Gamzee as an intermediary. That sounds like a normal and cool time. Panic grips you as his heavy footsteps approach the door. Forgetting you have a super useful zap power specifically for use in time-sensitive panic situations, you turn and run. You glance over your shoulder as you go and collide spectacularly with a brick wall. Looking up from the brightly polished floor where you lay, inexplicably doused in milk and broken glass, you realize it wasn't a wall you hit. It's a glistening, part pseudo-humanoid, part horse-cow-beast person? Another godforsaken Lucis, maybe? You really aren't sure. But the fact that his top half looks kind of more dapper, like a more dapper you, fills you with the most cursed mixture of fear and curiosity and determination you've felt thus far. He doesn't seem bothered by you at all, only anxiously trying to get by you. Try to stand up, but you slipped on the milk and eat shit just as Equius burst through the door. They both tower over where you lay, flopping ineffectively on the burgeoning puddle of froth. God, is everyone in this house just made of muscle? We've had enough of this regular strength escape attempt shit. Bruised, humiliated, and covered in dairy, you zap on out of here. Aww. Aww. Oh no. It's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad. ASMR, Arthur and Equius beat the shit out of you. Alright, let's get that bad end. Let's get that bad end, boys. So, we're both freaks, huh? You decide to just go for it. Sometimes leaping into what could potentially be a super sensitive topic for someone ends up being the key ingredient in a friendship pie. You can see it now. Equius crying. Thankful you are here to talk about whatever this unspeakable commonality you share is. You wiping his tears with your already pretty soaked towel. You shake yourself out of your daydream and drop this sweet loaded question right in his lap. Holy shit, you can't wait till this works. Excuse you? Speak for yourself. My standing is unblemished. Karkat is only comparing us in a way to further the ruse that he has removed from the particular category. It is a delicate social dance. Oh, okay. You're not really sure Karkat sees it that way, but hey, whatever works for them. Anyway, you know he was just yelling a lot about something that's not a big deal, as is his manner of showing affection. But you just thought he meant like a horn thing. The horn thing? Oh shit, you're sorry. You don't know what things are and aren't callable around here, you know? It's almost like it's all entirely arbitrary and at the whims of whoever's in charge or something. You like the look, personally, but you haven't made friends with someone with a broken one before, so you're not sure how common it is. Oh, fuck. It is relatively uncommon. They are exceptionally sturdy, so it takes something very strong to break them. Oh. Shit. Is this? Oh my god. This is the self-harm thing. Oh, shit. He looks like he might be about to tell you the story, but somehow you keep not learning the lesson where you should just chill and experience something instead of leap to try to figure it out before it happens. So, fueled by enthusiasm for your newest spur-of-the-moment decision, you stop listening to his lecture on troll biology and focus instead on zapping to the moment his horn broke. Oh, that's smart. Oh, that's smart. No, that's a smart moment. That's a smart idea. You fucking idiot. Troll biology is probably super uninteresting anyway. You'll come right back here after and be able to contribute more to the conversation. You pop into a familiar nothingness, but instead of appearing at a point in Equius' past, you feel yourself split. It's like looking at a magic eye puzzle, but with your whole body. You try to concentrate to align the segments into a whole, but it's too late. You think for a second it might be a cool new power, but it doesn't feel that different than before, only just triple. It's like there's a narrative precedent for this moment existing in more than one plane of truth. Unable to... Oh, it's the cannons. Unable to do anything but sit here in space, contemplating this paradox, you watch. He looks a little younger, but not much. He's Horn. Horn. Shit. He's beating the shit out of a robot, but it's not the same as it was when you saw it before, however briefly. Then his movements had been smooth, even in their rage, like he wasn't afraid until you showed up. Here in this weird half-present space, his movements are erratic. He swings wildly, unthinkingly, like there's nothing left inside him but one last flicker of fury. His teeth are gritted against tears, and he looks so tired. You want to pull him back to make him rest. Also, teeth? Were those all there before? You see him reach the same conclusion, but not at all how you meant it. He just stops. The robot does not. You feel him close his eyes. Oh! Baby! At the same moment, you see another snapshot of time, much further back. There's a little grub wobbling its way up a stalagmite in the cave. It's definitely a precarious place, but it still somehow feels safe to you. For some reason. Safe, but also, like, super violent. Who knows? There's a lot going on right now. He crawls to the top and roars like a baby clicking roar, eyeing a taller cave precipice. You see his little behind wiggle as he moves to jump. Over top that, there's another Equius, looking about the same as he does now, just plus one horn, out for a stroll in the moonlight. This one is about to cross the street, when a majestic herd of hoof... Wait. This is all the different ways he could have lost his horn. Canon can't make up its mind. There's 3 options here. Shit. Canon's like super fucked. What has Dirk done? Dirk Strider, what the fuck have you done? This one is about to cross the street. When a majestic herd of hoofbeasts crests a faraway hill, he stops transfixed as the animals gallop across the plain. He does not hear the approaching scuttlebug. It really is the AirPod meme. You watch all of this from your floating void standpoint, unable to stop it. The arcs of their falls align in cosmic synchrony, hair fanned out like a banner of defeat. The echo of the crack of horns make as they shatter reverberates in your teeth. You yell as all three Equiuses hit their respective grounds. You can't help it. You've started to care about this guy a little bit. As the sound leaves you, all three of them turn their injured heads to look at you in unison, and you freeze. Shit, that's probably not supposed to happen, right? You were just watching, not changing anything. You can barely know what you're doing, though, so you can never be sure. You zap immediately back to the present, winded and dizzy. You feel deeply, suddenly corporeal. Like you do when you step off a boat and onto the shore, but with each atom of your body separately and all at once. Equius is standing exactly where he had left, Equius is standing exactly where he was when you left, totally unchanged. Still yammering about anatomy. Good to know nothing got fucked up in the future after you... Wait, you were there! He pauses, shaking his head to clear it as his memories realign. I don't know how I didn't remember. I accepted your offer of friendship, and you repay me with this tomfoolery? You knew how it happened all this time, and yet you played ignorant, jockeying for position as someone in my trust, only to play me for a fool. No, see, you didn't before. It wasn't until after you went back that this became the way things went. See, the way time travel works is... Do not explain time travel to me. What do you take me for? You're still reeling a bit from seeing him so vulnerable. By varying definitions of vulnerable, you guess, but still. You know you got this information from an unfair source, but now you have it, you don't feel right just leaving. There's more to Equius than you'd originally thought, and you can feel the chance to learn more about him slipping away. I don't know what it is you want from me, but you will not receive it. Whatever connection you feel to him at this moment, he clearly does not return it. And, shit. He's starting to get pissed. Sweat begins to beat at his temple. Your brain, scrambling to grasp a hold of any thought that isn't your abject friendship failure, latches onto the realization that, sweat and all, his hair somehow still looks really good. Would now be a good time to ask him about what products he... I don't think this alliance is gonna work out. You will leave. I must get back to my business. Your heart sinks as he turns his back to you, presses a button on the back of his robot's neck, and rolls him on his shoulders. Goodbye. Well, fuck. Well, fuck. What are we wearing? I don't even remember anymore. Where did we get this? This is Kanaya's, right? This is the dress that Kanaya gave us? From Kanaya? Okay. Got it. Equius looks like a meme. I can't even think of what meme he looks like, but he looks like a meme. I mean, it looks like, alright, I'm about to head out, but, like... that's not the one I'm thinking of. The JoJo meme. Yeah, it might be the JoJo meme. It might be the JoJo walking meme. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna refill my water. And then we will do Terezi. Why are you guys talking about Nutmeg? I'm not even... I'm not even... Nutmeg is not in this apartment. Nutmeg does not live here. Could not bring him with. I wish. Anyways, it's time for Terezi pipes, but first let's go ahead and check the warning on that. For Terezi pipes. Hanging. Oh, that's unsurprising. Accidental death. Huh? Drug use. I don't want to see. I hope it's MSPA. If that's Terezi, we're done. We're done here. If that's Terezi's accidental death, we're done here. Just saying. Alright. It's time. I gotta get my voice ready. Jesus. Holy shit. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's... Hold on. Let me get a good sip of water here. Also, Chubby Terezi fucking crashed my computer. Sorry for... It's a cool, breezy evening. Violet leaves crunch under your feet as you stroll casually through a dense and inviting forest. Not an environment you're used to on this planet, that's for sure. You should be lapping up the serenity like a thirsty dog at a Zen fountain. Instead, you're brooding. So many new friends, all of them a special breed of sad. You don't like seeing sad people, so you've done everything in your power to fix them. Slumber party, matchmaking, throwing a giant spider into a volcano. The smiles your new friends greet you with are all the proof you need that you've been doing good work. And yet, you can't help but wonder how much of a difference any of this really makes. Especially on Alternia. You've gathered that even if one of these kids avoids being murdered by an insectoid eugenics robot, they'll just wind up conscripted into a lifetime of military service under a colonial empire. Which makes it really hard to believe that inducing a few bouts of revelatory catharsis will ultimately amount to much. It's a depressing thought, and you're not entirely sure what to do with it. Which is why you came out here. Nothing better for the soul than a nature hike, right? Maybe after a nice long walk, you'll come out right as... Hey, is that a treehouse? What? Ouch? Ouch is right, criminal! Great, more shenanigans. You won't lie and say the prospect of making friends with the spooky shark in a glaringly red shades isn't appealing, but criminal doesn't have a great taste in your mouth. When you try to move, well, you don't, because you're tied to a chair. Strike 2 on the bad taste scorecard. Probably shouldn't stick around for strike 3. In a moment of uncharacteristic self-preservation, you close your eyes and attempt to zap away. But you can't? Your head hurts and your vision is still kind of hazy, which might imply brain damage on account of your surprise wanging? Wanging. With your luck, that probably means your superpowers are permanently broken. Typical. I think I know this song. But it cut away. Looking up at your captor again. Don't say captor. You can't help thinking the specs are a bit extra. What kind of loser wears big angular sunglasses like that anyway? Yeah. Yeah. Fucking unintentionally dunking on Dirk here. You'd certainly be the one to judge if you had the legal authority to do so. A fashionable dress like that with that blood deliciously red as yours? The hypocrisy on you stinks like a fragrant pus. Gross. Jeez, what's up with these aliens and their hang-ups about blood? Hang-ups. Gallows humor is an admirable quality. What does that word even say? You know what? I don't even want to know, Perp. But such a crowd-pleasing theatrics will not spare you from the full weight of the law! Look at her. Look at her. Look at her! Look at her! Oh my god, I want to see every sprite. Holy shit. Thanks, artist! Best! You did best. A bizarre tableau unfolds before you. Stuffed dragons and benches, big angry monster, empty noose dangling next to a window. Looks like you've just wandered into a courtroom drama. Much to your relief, your kidnapper isn't a shark, and you have to admit, the glasses do come together in the ensemble. But it's instead a short, stocky troll girl. Cannon! Fucking yes! Fucking yes! Short, stocky troll girl in a short-sleeved turtleneck. Turtleneck?! And a pair of garish red cracks! Turtlenecks?! Oh my god. The fashion on this one is staggering. Especially with the... Is that a sword cane with a dragon's head? Turtleneck?! Hold on, did I miss Crocs? Hold on. Fucking red Crocs. I saw a drawing of her wearing Crocs the other day. It is, because I'm blind and cool. But make no mistake, I don't need eyes to smell how guilty you taste. That's a fucking... Look at this. Look at her! Fucking legendary. Fucking legend. Wow, is every sentence that tumbles out of this troll's mouth going to be weird and uncomfortable? Yes. What? Let me take a sippy here. This voice is going to kill me. Yes! Oh my god. But enough from you, cherry cheeks. I'm sorry to keep removing the fucking... It's just I'm dying. It's just I'm dying. This is the best one we've gotten by far, just saying. His honorable tyranny will only tolerate so much banter before holding you in contempt. She's so good. I love her. Just character, look, everything. Everything. You might be developing some contempt for yourself if you're being honest. Well, unless you want to be squeezed until your organs burst from your eyes, you can backtalk and let the prosecution get to work. This song, though, is very good. This is an old one, but it's remixed. Is that what being held in contempt means? Fine. You guess it'll be polite and stop interrupting. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Right, now that we have this preamble out of the way... There's a ding from her computer, and her posture immediately switches from confident to frustrated. Look at her. Look at her. Hold on! It's Nepeta. Watch. It's gonna be Nep. Watch, it'll be Nep. Watch, it'll be Nep. She strides over to her housetop, tapping the gleaming edge of her cane in front of her as she goes. You wonder what kind of miraculous accessibility... Cause blind cat. Cause blind cat. Because blind cat. You wonder what kind of miraculous accessibility contraptions exist on this planet that a blind person can just use. Is she licking her monitor? Yes, she's licking her... Snout. 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 Call Dia. Snout. Get Dia on the fucking phone. Snout. These are really fucking good sprites. She's licking her filthy fucking computer monitor, just slathering it up with her teal-tinted saliva, going at it like a husband greeting his war wife after 20 years at sea. Why? Sorry, give me a second. No problem, you say. Not like you're going anywhere. Okay, she's distracted. Now would be a great time to go somewhere. Your powers still seem to be on the fritz, but you think the weight of your incredible ass might shatter this chair if you can get some leverage. I mean... Oh no, this is still instant death, isn't it? We don't need to save. I mean, no, if we get out of here, it'll be the bad ending. And I'll definitely end up accidentally hanging myself. You know that, right? You want the death ending first? Fine. You lean forward onto your feet, take a deep breath, and hop backwards as hard as you can. It worked! You scramble up out of the broken chair as your captor turns towards you. What the fuck? Oh my god, it's the face. Oh. You try to run, but the ropes are still around your legs, has other plans as you trip. Try to catch your weight and fail. Just sort of let the momentum of your vaudevillian tumble carry you across the room. There it is, thank you. Slam it to your captor and send both of you flying out the window. Oh, this is way higher up than you thought. You grab onto her and pray for dear life. Hey, you're not falling. Oh no. Oh no. That's a relief. You congratulate your agile friend on her quick reflexes and grabbing hold of... Oh. Oh no. Oh god, we did! We killed Terezi. Oh my god. You heard of a hung jury, but this is ridiculous. Oh my god, we killed Terezi. Oh my god, we killed Terezi. Oh my god, we killed Terezi. Oh no. Oh no, we killed Terezi. Oh my god. Well, there's two of the trigger warnings out of the way. We just killed Terezi. Jesus Christ. Okay. Boss, you killed a child? Excellent work, boss. Wait it out. You decided it's best to wait this out. It was not weirdly painful. It was extremely not weirdly painful. It was awful to look at and I hated it. You decide it's best to wait this out. Good thing is she's not actually dead. That was all a joke. The sword and noose are a bit worrying, but with the plush toys and chalk drawings, it strikes you that this is probably the closest thing Alternia has to a tea party, which would be adorable if it weren't so depressing. Playing along seems like prime friend-making activity. Can I just talk about... That's like, we've only gotten a few where we, like, accidentally killed the person. Like, we've only gotten a few where we, like, accidentally killed the friend. Actually, have we gotten any where we killed the friend? I was thinking of Vicaire, but we just paralyzed him, didn't we? We didn't actually kill him. Shit. I didn't like that. Diamond. Right! We busted up Diamond with our huge ass, remember? We crushed Diamond with our huge ass. Your memory is horrible, Ryan. Your memory is horrible, Ryan. Yeah. Yeah, it is. No shit. You said it's best to wait this out. I already read all that. Got it. Besides, whoever got hurt in the court of law. After a few brusque keystrokes, she strolls back to her place in the center of the room. Yeah, don't send any of this to Dia. I don't usually do until they've played it for sure. Not a word in half a sweep, but now she won't shut up. You asked who she was talking to. Just some dumb angry girl who needs to leave me alone until the heat death of the universe. Who even cares anyway? Oh, it's Vrisk. I see. Look at that. Look at that absolute unit of a Terezi. Thank you. Thank you. Not me, that's who. Where were we? Crimes? Crimes! You're here today to face the highest justice under my authority as Premier League-affiliated legislator in training of His Honorable Tyranny's Court.
and it is with said authority that I accuse you of the most grievous of crimes against the Empire of your imperious condescension.
Uh-oh. What crime could that possibly be? Breaking an entry? Doping with a clown? You guess she could technically nail you down as accomplice to murder, but...
The crime of... existing!
What? You're waiting for the other shoe to drop, but the damn thing just seems to be stuck up there. What did she say about being in training? You're beginning to wonder if this is, what did she call it? Slacerator? Prosecutioner? Public dexterist? You're beginning to wonder if this murder lawyer actually knows what the hell she's talking about.
You think I'm making this up? Do I really look like the kind of girl who would randomly commit unprompted and unjustified murder on a whim?
Kind of. Look, you've met some weird fucking trolls on this planet, and they all seem to be pretty laissez-faire attitude about murder, so...
No, you know what? Fine. If you're gonna be a pedantic, snot-nub little wiggler about it, I'll just recite the whole fucking law verbatim. Article 5, subsection 11, paragraph 68 of the Second New Codes of Alternian
What does that one even say? Jurisprudence? Jurisprudence, I guess.
Alternian jurisprudence, anus, good, whatever, describes your crimes as being, having been, or possessing the capacity to be in need of mature resource consumption for the purpose of curating biological expiry, existing, in of, around, or through imperial territory as one of the unclassifiable sanguination mutant, one of the extrasolar origination alien, or one who plans to commit or has committed is possess the capacity to commit high crimes or friend demeanors against her imperial condescension criminal. They're happy now?
Dang, this girl really knows her stuff.
Of course I do. I'm not some fly-by lunar cycle troll slaughter consultant. I'm a fucking professional.
Clearly. How could you question her expertise on the subject of what is and is not technically a crime when there are so many books piled up haphazardly? You definitely are existing as an alien after all, and you guess that does by definition make you a criminal. And from the look of that moose, you doubt the punishment is something as quaint as being thrown in the slammer. So, is there an appeals process, or... She springs forward with surprising agility and presses her face right up against yours, sniffing you with alarming enthusiasm.
Your game of candied apple ignorance may convince the pan-scrambled clown fuckers in the cheap seats, but I smell the deception dripping off you like a delicious marmalade. You have to do better than this if you really want to...
She sniffs.
Want to...
She sniffs again.
Did Kanaya make this dress?
Oh, look, and out! Yeah, you say. You and her are great friends. The best. In fact, you think she should message Kanaya right now to clear all this up. You know, like a character witness?
I've witnessed your character plenty, and it's as bland as they come.
That's definitely not the worst contemplative noise you've heard.
I may have misjudged you. If you tell anyone I said that, I'm gonna cut off your arms and then use them to fingerprint bulges on your face until you bleed to death.
You decide that keeping this pointlessly mundane secret is definitely in your best interest. So, does this mean you're free to go?
Not so fast. May have implies possibility, not certainly. Maybe Kanaya gave you this dress because she likes you. Or maybe you pressured her into it circumstantially. Maybe you're a delightful, clueless, and well-intentioned interloper from beyond the stars. Or maybe you were sent here as a sleeper agent to learn all of it.
Everyone, resident sleeper.
To learn all of our weaknesses so that your entities controlling you can sabotage our future.
There he is, the sleeper agent. The true sleeper agent.
In cases such as these, I find the best course of action is to leave the verdict up to chance.
She produces a double-headed coin, with one side scratched out, and you immediately know where this is going.
The terms are simple. Heads, and I release you from your bonds. Tails, and I release you from being alive.
Is she really about to take you out like a gangster who just betrayed the duality-themed mob boss? Before you can request a less Saturday morning cartoon solution, she flips the coin into the air. Well, this is bad. It's bad, and it kind of makes you angry. This doesn't make sense. You didn't do anything. Is this like Ace? Is this like Ace Attorney all of a sudden? What is this? You didn't do anything. But here you are with a 50-50 chance of getting immersed by a jovial gremlin anyway. Does she think this is normal? Your head is cleared enough that you could zap away if you really tried, but something about this murder lawyer is stuck in your craw. Her devotion to justice is obvious, but it's a twisted and brutal justice, streamlined for violence and painfully efficient in enabling exactly that. If this mock trial is anything to go by, this is the same system that requires insectoid eugenics robots to keep the peace after all. There's so much wrong here. She doesn't even see it. Like, metaphorically see it. The coin is falling. Every rotation brings you closer to a fate that, regardless of outcome, wouldn't be fair. You said to think about what should be fair. Just like that, you're standing next to her. With a scream, you snatch her coin out of the air and hurl it full force through the window.
My coin!
Sorry, you shout, but she can't expect you to just accept the winds of chance if your life is on the line.
Why not?
Because that sucks. It's lame and dumb and really cliche. What is she, a comic book villain?
Am I supposed to know what that is?
You don't know. Troll culture seems to have a lot of really arbitrary similarities to human culture, and it's honestly very confusing, but that's beside the point. Guys, do you recognize that pose? Do you recognize that pose, guys? Because I do. I actually have it saved right here. Look familiar? There you go. 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 Old meme. There you go. Old meme. That's an old one for you. That's an old one for you, boys. With a broad sweep of your arm, you gesture at her, drawing the honorary Tyrannosaurus or whatever, and ask what he would think of your little stunt just now.
The trial isn't for him. We act like it is, but everyone just knows he's a big, hangry monster.
Hangry?
It's for the audience, obviously. By the time you make it to the stand, you're basically dead already.
Don't the accused get a chance to defend themselves?
Defend?
That's a really good sprite.
Only the outrageously guilty would ever think to defend themselves in a court of law.
Wow, that's fucked up. What's the point of even having a trial, then?
Besides the sheer pleasure of watching all the hope slowly drain from someone's eyes as they confront their imminently approaching and inevitably gruesome execution?
Yeah, besides that.
It's a warning to the seditious of what happens when they cross the line.
And that line is, existing?
Yep.
The nonchalance of her answer underlies just how upsetting all of this really is. You remember the loss she recited, and one part in particular sticks out to you. Unclassifiable sanguination. Didn't Karkat try to commiserate with you about having mutant blood or something?
You know Karkat too? I keep waiting for him to fuss about team leaders, but now he won't shut up about this thing he calls a Dave.
Oh my god! You did it! Oh my god!
How? How could this still be Dave Cat? We're looking at Terezi. How could this possibly still be Dave Cat? Also, she doesn't know Dave. That's sad. Everyone was so worked up about the game, and now they're just over it suddenly.
Yeah, that's your fault. Karkat would probably have a nuclear conniption if he knew you were about to say this, but you ask her if she's aware of his blood color.
Of course I'm aware of it. What do you think I am, blind?
Yes. Karkat's a mutant, right? If you remember correctly, that makes him guilty of the same crime you are. Her expression turns sour, and you can tell this is something she spent a lot of time trying not to think about. Oh. You figure she's avoided summarily executing you because you're friends with her friends, so she would probably avoid killing Karkat as well. And that's a good thing. Great, in fact. You cannot stress enough how awesome that is. But doesn't that strike her as a bit hypocritical, making exceptions for her friends? Does she think that everyone else who dies at court or gets culled in their own hives deserve what they get, just because she doesn't know them personally?
Doesn't matter what I think. We haven't even gotten the choice yet, perp. This is just how things are. It sucks, but it would suck a lot worse to be killed for saying so.
Death ending. All of them are death ending. She angry. She angry. She determined. Full of determined. No, we haven't. We haven't made a choice. No talk. I'm angry. I did check the warnings.
Then who would protect Karkat? Who would protect... I can't help everyone, Cherry Cheeks. I can barely help my friends. Maybe if I stick to it long enough, I can change things from the inside. That's the best any of us can hope for.
Oh. This sounds a bit familiar. Guess that doesn't sound like the worst plan. In fact, it kind of reminds you of... Who? You feel a sadness well up in your heart so fast and heavy it knocks you over into her, and without meaning to you. Zap. Your vision is swimming. Voices echo in your head, but you can't pick any of them out. You look around and something is watching you. Not maliciously, not yet. Just observing from a curious distance. Not that you can do anything about it while you're clutching your head and trying to put your memories together. You've been circling around this awful familiar feeling ever since you left Earth, drawn towards it like a singularity, but the closer you get, the less it makes sense.
What the fuck just happened? Did you kill me just now? Is this troll hell?
Troll hell? Do trolls not have an actual name for... Wait, she's here too?
Here seems like an ambitious description. It's more of an ambiguous nexus of metaphysical realities.
That's an awfully specific description. Has she been here before?
No, but I've tasted places like it in my dreams.
Great, even more shenanigans. You look around and try to get your bearings, but nothing seems to be in focus. It's all too low resolution, simultaneously too bright and too dark to make sense of.
You okay over there, Cherry Cheeks?
That's a good sprite. Mom says it's my turn to do the Legislacerator.
Your blood smells really loud right now.
You wouldn't know how to react to that even if you weren't having a memory-induced thought seizure. That's me all the time whenever my panic attacks flare out. The pieces are too far apart. You can't quite put it together, but you remember. Friends? Bits of memory hit you, sudden flashes of joy, violence, smiling faces, crying faces, bodies, plans. Hope that the world could be made into a better place.
What the fuck are you mumbling about? If you've fried your think pan, at least let me in on it so I can participate.
Tell her what you can remember, which isn't much. Friends, sadness, dissatisfaction. People who are deeply unhappy with the state of Alternia and faced violence from all sides, just as your new friends do today. Some of them wanted to change it from the inside, and you remember believing that they could. But you get the sense that a lot of time has passed between now and then, and it doesn't seem like Alternia has gotten much better. In fact, it may have gotten worse. It seems like whatever it was your friends tried to do, they failed.
Of course they did.
What does she mean by that?
Even in the context of your nonsense time-traveling amnesiac cover story, it's not hard to believe. Compelling idiots have good ideas all the time. That doesn't change the fact that they're idiots. Which is why I'm gonna succeed where everyone else has had their entrails ripped out by a swarm of drones and died like the scrubs they were. I am many things, Cherry Cheeks. An idiot isn't one of them. She flashes a bright and pointed smile, filled with confidence that you believe with every atom in your body. But you're pretty sure she's not the first person to make you feel that way. Idiots or not, the friends you used to have were just as sure of themselves as she is now. And what good did it do? Honestly, you doubt that intelligence or competence has much to do with it at all. You think about your drones, you think about the drones you barely avoided in Karkat's hive, and your brief exposure to what this planet calls a criminal justice system. For as violent and unjust as things could be on Earth, at least there was some pretext to that system existed to serve the people. Here, it's just murder. You aren't sure that's a system that anyone can salvage. Her smile melts into a frown, and you really should ask what this troll's name is. Terezi Pyrope.
Terezi doesn't sound particularly happy. As she slumps down against a debatably extant wall and slides down into a crouch, her face is a mask of barely contained emotion.
I can tell why Karkat would like you. No talk, I'm angry. No talk, I'm angry. You're very depressing.
You chuckle and sit down at a respectable distance away from her. You definitely didn't mean to be depressing, but you have a knack for digging up drama. The hazards are for forging new friendships, you guess.
If Vriska saw us right now, she'd derisively laugh herself into an aneurysm.
Terezi knows Vriska?
That's one way to put it. We were practically sisters before she broke the rules and ruined everything. How do you know her?
Oh, you know, you played some flarp, killed some kids, felt guilty about it, threw Vriska's mom into a volcano.
Wow, you've really gotten around. What's a mom? Oh!
It's the face. It's the face. It's the face, boys. You'd think that was just about the saddest thing you ever heard get said if you didn't already know what a Lucis was.
You killed her, Lucis? So she's... That explains why she's been messaging me.
Terezi's laughing, but it doesn't sound like any laughter you've ever heard.
I can't fucking believe it! Circuit figures her shit out just in time for me to have my own identity crisis? I bet she thinks everything's supposed to be fine between us now just because... Wanna know a secret, Cherry Cheeks?
Might as well add another to the pile, you say.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I never have, and now I don't think I ever will.
Well, that's bleak. You guess you're sorry?
It's not your fault. You haven't told me anything I didn't already know.
Her lips are trembling as she reaches behind her and pulls out a box of chalk, and then removes a red piece. You'd think this is a weird time for artistic expression, but... Oh, she's eating it. Terezi offers you a piece. You don't want to be rude, but you also really don't want to eat chalk. She shrugs and crunches on it like an unshelled lobster. You guess you have to take that in stride. The more important thing is that Terezi is unconsolably sad. Which sucks, because you're the only person in position to console her. Oh fuck, we finally got to the choice. That took a little bit. I mean, yeah, I know what you guys want. I know what you guys want, okay? I'm trying to think which one would be the bad ending. I'm thinking hug. Best for last. I'm guessing the death ending is hug. You don't know how to fix this. You don't know how to make Terezi feel better. The best you can think to do is put your arms around her. Despite the fact they are a complete stranger who basically just kidnapped her, she welcomes the embrace.
I hated her for what she did. Not to me, but to our other friends. All but went to war over it. After our truce, we cut ties. My hope was that she would avoid hurting anyone else. But deep down, I knew I would have to kill her eventually. In the name of justice. Oh! Oh! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh God, no. She did terrible things, but so did I. We did some of them together. Why wasn't I culpable? Why did I blame her for something we did to each other?
I think it's regrettably natural to blame the person in front of you for when you get hurt, especially when the real problem is too big and esoteric to stab through the chest with a sword cane.
Vriska did what she did because she had to. So did I. We both deserve the revenge we brought on each other.
What's this, cat? Oh. Thank you.
Angie. We were all victims of the big picture. It made us what we are. Ensured we would do what we did. Every little injustice started there. And when we fight, whoever painted that picture smiles and laughs. Because they know they've already won.
She sits up a little straighter, and you feel your spine follow suit almost on its own.
Fuck that!
Teppy. Terezi slips out of your arms and stands up, pulling you to your feet with her. Her entire demeanor has changed. She's practically vibrating with determination. Just don't. You're not allowed to say that word anymore.
Take me to Vriska's hive. I'm assuming that's a thing you can do.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Is she gonna go straight up kiss her? Is that a thing you can do? Your mind is still buzzing, but talking to Terezi has calmed that storm just enough for you to focus. As you take her hand, you spare a last look around that bizarre, impossible space. You still feel watched, but it's distant now, maybe even approving? You have so many questions, but those will have to wait. Right now, you've got work to do.
She's so fucking tall! I can't do this! I can't do this! I can't fucking do this! I can't do this! I can't do this! She's so fucking tall! Oh my god.
Oh, fuck! Before you even see where you've landed, Terezi marches up to a very surprised Vriska and backs her up against the wall. She stops just a few feet away, looking up at the cerulean Spriter girl with anger on her face. Despite their difference in stature, Vriska is intimidated. You caught her off guard, and Terezi is unflinching. The room is completely silent. You see Terezi clenching her fists. She looks one wrong move away from unleashing hell. This isn't quite what you had in mind when you brought her here. And you really hope your new friends aren't about to fight each other. Something in the air changes. You aren't, entirely sure what's happening? But something is definitely happening, and you figure it's best to just cross your arms and pretend you don't exist. Terezi's posture softens, her hands relax as she breathes a soft sigh. Vriska straightens up, letting her own tensions dissipate. Guess you're feeling a little less tense yourself? When Vriska cracks a hesitant smile, Terezi leans back. She's sniffing the air intensely, which feels like a good sign. Everyone's getting a little looser, a little more casual. Definitely an improvement. Then they both start cackling. There they are. Scourgy. Slapping their knees like they just heard the most hilarious knock-knock joke in history. You'd sure like to get in on the joke too, but you figure it'd probably be rude to ask. No. And then they hug? You're not exactly sure what just happened, but you figure hugging is a powerful platonic friend activity, even in the worst of times. Fuck off! It's gotten you this far after all. Yeah, that's all this is. Just two gal pals hugging it out. It's so sweet you can cry. When they separate, Terezi meanders over your window, overlooking the pit where Vriska's Lucis used to live.
So, she is dead.
Oh yeah, I'm real broken up about it too. Vriska winks at you.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Terezi turns and leans up against the windowsill.
You have a lot to make up for. That's why I've been messaging you. I want to apologize, okay? I don't want your apology, Vriska. I have a lot to make up for, too.
There's definitely some kind of something going on in this room that you're completely oblivious to. You wonder what went down between these girls that they can't even talk about what they're talking about.
What do you mean? There's so much injustice in the world. Every drop of deliciously innocent and painfully extracted blood on this planet is just paint for the fishy fucks up top to play with. And the worst part is that they were complicit. We revel in it, even. I reveled in it. Terezi, are you? They could never make this violence good, so they had to make it fun. And I had so much fun hurting people. Who knows how long I would have gone on like that if I hadn't been for the weird invasive species of friends here.
What is this? Oh, no. What the fuck? Why did you send me that? Terezi wipes a tear from her cheek and smiles at you. You feel a huge wave of relief. Friends! With a former murder lawyer in training. You sure know how to pick them.
For once, Vriska, I want to revel in something good. I want them to feel the razor edge of their own justice. I want their blood to stain the dirt between my feet like the pathetic wiggling insects they are. But I can't do it alone. I don't want to do it alone.
You watch as Terezi takes a measured breath. For just a moment, you can imagine her standing in a room full of determined people, just behind the person everyone else would call a leader, smiling a wicked smile. She's not the one who commands the stage, you think. She's the one who controls the spotlight. She's the one who knows what happens next.
I'm not sure what we are together anymore, Vriska. I've hated you. I've felt a lot of things. What I know is that we're dangerous, and fate seems determined to make us rivals. That almost sounds fun, doesn't it? We could fight for the rest of our lives if we wanted to. Each the scourge of the other until one or both of us winds up dead. They tell stories about us for a long time. But I don't want that to happen anymore. Do you? No!
You haven't known Vriska very long, but this is a side of her you've never seen. You doubt many people have. Thank you for the follow. It's actually really awkward. You should probably go, but your prying curiosity and desire for interpersonal closure keeps you glued to the spot.
We had the right idea in the wrong circumstances. But this time,
Thank you for the follow.
I think we can really do something together. So let's try this again. Vriska, will you marry me? Vriska.
Oh, we were so fucking close with that guess. We were so fucking close with that guess.
Will you be my scourge sister? Yeah, obviously. Good. Then let's get to fucking work.
They share a look that you can't quite read, but you get the feeling this was a resounding success. There they are. There they are. There they are. There they are. That's a good drawing. Shit. That was good. Oh, fuck. We gotta do the bad ending. Oh. I fucked it up, guys. I fucked it up. Sorry. I fucked it up. Sorry. Pogs in chat. Time for the bad ending. Give her a distraction. You heave out a mournful sigh. Alternia is a meat grinder, fine-tuned to pulverize anyone who tries to gum up the works. Maybe there's something to be done, but you don't think either of you are going to be the ones to do it.
Yeah, why bother, right? She's probably doing it just fine without me anyway.
When you look over at her, you see she's doing her very best to hide her tears. That's no good. You may be lost in the cynical ennui of political burnout, but that doesn't mean you can just sit by and watch your new pal descend into abject disarray. What you two need is a distraction. What you need is a clown. No! 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 I don't want the clown! I don't want the clown! Can we just not do this ending? Can we just stop it here? Can this be the end of the YouTube video? Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, fuck. Actually, no, never mind. Yeah, I forgot. I could... You grab Terezi's hand and think the happiest, honkiest thoughts you can muster, and just like that. Zap. Oh, bad. How bad? How fucking bad? Yeah, that's me. Oh, we're gonna get fucking high with Terezi, aren't we? You're right there in the living room with your dear friend Gamzee. What a sight for sore eyes is this jovial cut-up of drug-addled juggalo. What the fucking motherfuck? With comical slowness, he dive bombs away from you over the couch and into a pile of horns. A chaotic honk cacophony sends Gamzee into chorus of screams. You elbow Terezi. Smell that? How can she possibly think about crushing impossibility of making the world a better place when this fellow's over here acting like such a fool? Her frown is unwavering as Gamzee clambers back up to his feet. That was a righteous motherfucking miracle what you just caught up and all did that in front of me. Back! Get back! Got me scared honk-wise right into the horn pile, my brother. It's a real good thing I'm tripping the pie clown-tastic right now. Otherwise, my palm biscuit might have flipped the turnways hard enough to make me be all violent on the motherfucker. His smile is nothing if not cordially unhinged.
Hey, Gams.
Terezi? Well, fuck me all situationally up. What to do, my sister?
It do too much.
Shit, man, that's some bad news to hear. Now that I'm looking all up at you motherfuckers, you seem pretty hellaciously burdened. Like in the soul what we have. You agree that you all do have souls, probably. That's the answer he was looking for, right?
If I have a soul, it's a tar-tasting slime stuck in the bottom of a ground pusher covering.
You mean a shoe?
Whatever.
Well, I don't know what you two hoes have scribbled down on your planners for tonight, but if it's the world what has you weary-eyed, methinks maybe you should be getting to have your think pans all up in some pie pans, my mans. Que pasa Meng? Que pasa Neng? Que pasa Mang? Fuck you. It's not a bad idea. What better distraction from the dystopic nightmare of Alternia than the warm, comforting embrace of hallucinogenic drugs? Terezi seems momentarily... Oh my god, I've lost the ability to read. Terezi seems momentarily unsure, like some sensible part of her is desperately begging her to do literally anything else.
Fuck it!
She plops down on the couch with determination. Stop saying that! Stop saying determination, please! Oh my god. Sinking into it like a sack of disillusioned potatoes. That is directly the noise that I like to hear. Gamzee slithers down next, puts an arm over Terezi's shoulders. She tenses up but doesn't push him away. What about you, miracle themester? Do you want to be getting all in with this? He pats the seat next to him with a delightful grin. You think you feel the same tug of reason Terezi felt, but you'll be damned if you pretend to have more sense than a lawyer. Besides, you're having a hard time imagining anywhere you'd rather be than the arms of a fragrant clown. He puts his arm around your shoulders as you sit and try to make yourselves comfortable. Now, ain't this just the coziest motherfucking snuggle sesh there ever was? You see Terezi sniff at an open, half-empty Faygo bottle before taking a big swig. Pass me some of that wicked elixir, my sister. Gamzee takes his own demure sip, gargling as he sucks from the bottle. By the time he passes it to you, you're pretty sure it's more backwash than Faygo, which is still more Faygo than none, you guess. It is, without a doubt, the most vile combination of taste and viscosity you've ever put into your body. But hey, at least now you're not thinking about politics. Disgusting, man. As you toss the empty bottle to the ground, already lost in the stupefied haze, you glance over at your new pal Terezi. She doesn't look happy, but at least she doesn't look sad. Goal accomplished, you guess? I mean, that could have been way worse. That could have been way worse. That could have been way worse, guys. Come on. No one died. He didn't get really creepy. That could have been way worse. Alright. Well, that was fun. Those Terezi fucking sprites were fucking 10 out of 10. Yeah, I saw it, Maxie. It was bad. That was good. I like that. I like that Terezi. That Terezi sprite was fucking great. All right, let's read the credits and then we'll get out of here. Let's see. We already saw this. Lalo did Equius and Sarah did Terezi. Character artist. We got Zamig. Zamig. Thank you. Thank you for both of them, by the way. Thank you for making both of them. So good. Gina did the background artists for these. Oh, man. Good shit. What's this, Tipsy? Thanks. That Terezi's been the best sprite we've seen thus far. Gina did the ending illustrations as well. Let's check out those songs. I think we got probably a Toby... What?